Today, we'll learn about proportions and ratios. A proportion comes from a ratio situation. It uses rows from a ratio table. Two multiple two multiples of a ratio make a proportion. Okay? So if we were to look at, let's say, this row, and let's say this row. In order to make this a proportion, there's several ways to write it. One way we'll write it is 2 colon 1, which makes the connection of 2 to 1. It shows that connection. And this proportion will be equal to this one, 4 to 2. We need to make sure we put them in the same order, as in with this one, corn seeds go first, 2, then 4, then lettuce seeds, 1, then 2. So we need to make sure big number, small number, big number, small number. Other times it can be small number to big number, small number to big number. They need to be the same on both sides of the equal sign. All right, now if we look at ratio, is the first set of numbers in a ratio table, not the zeros. It is the best way to explain the multiplication pattern. So if we look up here, and if we consider here, we notice each one is increasing by 2, right? And this side, they are all increasing by 1. We're adding 1 to each. I'm not writing it in every single one, but you can see the pattern continues through the whole column. So the ratio, so our difference between each group, this one will be 1. Corn seeds will be 2. Okay, so if we look here, the ratio for this table will be 2 to 1. And it's the first set of numbers in the ratio table that are not zeros. You can also look up here, right? Because that's what is increasing from the 0. So the ratio for this whole table is 2 to 1. We can think of it as every 2 seeds of corn is 1 of lettuce. Right? So every 2, there's 1. So you have 2 groups here, 2 groups here. All right, let's fill out this table. Corn equals 2 seeds per group, lettuce equals 5 per group. So for corn, we start off with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, now, or put the number here, 2. Now lettuce, remember 0, and we're talking about 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So then our number here would be 5. So our ratio would be 2 to 5. Okay. Let's move down here. One way we can solve problems with ratios is working with a ratio table, but we can also do factor puzzles. Now, I'm interested to hear what you have to say about factor puzzles. I have not used them a whole lot. I have worked with, well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So if we have this question here, if we plant 2 corn seeds for every 5 lettuce seeds, how many corn seeds will be needed if we plant 50 lettuce seeds? So remember here, talk about 2 to 5, and we notice in this row here, we have 2 to 5. And what we're doing is, with the factor puzzle, we're imagining what we would do if we have 50 lettuce seeds. How many corn seeds would we have? Now, we could make that table go all the way through. It'd be a big table. One thing we can do is make the factor puzzle. All right, when we make our factor puzzle, just like up here, we put our group numbers up here, or we can consider them our simple ratio. We'll put those down here. So we had the same number, 2 and 5 for corn seeds and lettuce seeds. Now let's think. How can we complete this? 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. Now let's solve for x. So 5 times what equals 50? 10. Okay. 5 times 10 equals 50. So x would equal 2 times 10 is 20. 20 corn seeds. Now I did put in extra numbers here, or extra lines, because these can go over here too. That's fine. Just multiply on the left side. And down below, you can put them here. Either way you do it, you get the same answer. You can do 10 times 2 down here and get your 20, or you do 2 times 10 here. Same answer.